Okay, we come to question 10, which is as follows. Given that P is equal to X such that 10 is less or equal to X and X is less or equal to 20. X is a prime number. List set P. Okay. So we are told to list set P. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a set here as we are solving. So we are told X is a prime number. So what we need to do is we need to identify prime numbers between 10 and 20. Okay. So what are prime numbers? Prime numbers, these are numbers that have got two factors, that is 1 and itself. Okay, when I say itself, let me give an example. 11 is a prime number. It has just two factors, which is 1 and 11. Okay, so that will be the first one. Okay, then when we look at 12, 12 has got many factors. 2 can go into 12, 1 can go into 12, and 12 itself. So already there are many. When we look at 13, 13 also has just got two factors, which is 1 and itself. Okay, so we write 13 here. Then we'll come to 14. It has got many factors. 15 as well, 16 as well. When we look at 17, 17 has got only two factors, 1 and itself, so we write 17. Then when we look at 19, also 19 has got two factors, because 18 has got many factors, 3, 6, those factors, there are more than 2. So we are told to list the elements or the numbers that are prime numbers, which means numbers that have got 2 factors. So 18 has got more than 2 factors, so 19 has also got 2 factors, so 19 will be also written. Okay, so basically that's how you find the answer. So what you can do is we can go to the area where we're supposed to enter. So we can say P, set P is equal to, okay, like that. Then we say 11, 13, then after 13 we have 17, then we have 19. These are the elements of set P. These are elements of set P. Okay. We come to question 10b, which is the diagram shows a sector POQ, arc PQ subtends an angle of 45 degrees at the center. Okay, so we can take time and look at what has been described in B there with what is true. Then the question is, given that the area of POQ is 77 centimeters squared, calculate the radius of the sector. Okay, so we can say to calculate the radius of the sector, we need to write the formula for finding the area. So we can say area is equal to area of the sector of a circle. We can say it's equal to theta. Okay, sorry, the theta is not well written, over 360 degrees times pi. Okay, times pi. So first of all, let me just write so that then we have pi. Let me just write the formula, then radius squared, like that. Okay, now what we can do now here is we can go ahead. Let me come this side. So we say what we are given, the area, which is 77 centimeter squared. Then theta, we are told that is 45 degrees, so we can go there on the that angle there is 45 degrees. Okay, over 360 degrees. Remember, this is degrees. Then pi, we are told we use 22 over 7. So we say 22 over 7, then times radius squared, which we don't know. Okay, so once we have gotten this, what we can do is we can go ahead and start simplifying. So how many times will, first of all, let me deal with the fractions first. So we say we can even write 77 centimeter squared this is the area of that sector. Then we say here we say 45 into 45, it will go 1 time. Then 45 in 360, it will go 8 times. Okay, let me put 8 here because I can further divide it with the 22. Okay, so you can say 8. So sorry, what I need to do is 2 into 8, it will go 4 times. 2 into 22, it will go 11 times. So we can say here down where there is 360, we have got 4, then times 11 over 7 times r squared. Okay, so what you can do now, here there is no other number that can go into both, so what you can do is we can just multiply. So what we're going to do is we're going to multiply. So it's a 77 centimeter squared is equal to 1 times 11 will give me 11 times r squared. So 11 times r squared will give me r squared over, okay, so over, then what do? We say 4 times 7 give us 28. Okay, give us 28. So what you can do now here, what you can do is just say over 1 and we do cross multiply. Okay, so when you do cross multiply, so we're going to have 11 r squared, because 1 times 11 r squared will give us 11 r squared, then times, then what we do is because if I multiply 77 and 28, it's going to give me a bigger number. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write I'm going to say 77 centimeter squared. So this is 77 centimeter squared times 28. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to divide both sides by 11. Okay, so here by 11, and also here we divide both sides by 11. So this 11 and this 11 will leave us r squared. So I want to encourage you not to multiply numbers very fast. You're going to waste time multiplying numbers and come up with bigger numbers. Then again you start dividing them, which will also take a lot of time. Okay, so what you need to do is you need to take time to multiply before you come up with a bigger number. Okay, so we can say 11 into 77, it will go 7 times. Okay, it will go 7 times. Then what we do now, excuse me, what we remain with 7 centimeter squared times 28. Okay, so what we can do is we can find the product of 7 times 28. So I'm going to use the smaller space which is here, which I'm going to write 28 times 7 here. Okay, I hope you can see where I'm multiplying using brown ink. Then what I'll do is I'm going to multiply 7 times 8. 7 times 8 will give me 56. So I'm going to write 6 here, carry 5. Then 7 times 2 will give me 14, plus 5 will be 19. So I'm going to have that 196. So which I can say r squared is equal to 196. Now to find the value of r, the value of the radius r, so I'm going to square root those two terms. Okay, that means the square root of r squared is r, which is equal to, then for the sake of things being clear, I'm going to use the different color there to write the final answer. So now we have r there. Now what is the square root of 196? So the square root of 196, let's think about, I'm sure the common one is in 10, sorry, it's 12, because we have seen multiplication tables that end up to 12 for a long period of time. So when we multiply 12 by 12, will give us 144. So when we, now, if that is 144, that means 12 is not the square root of 196. Now let's try 13. Okay, so let me try 13 here. So we say 13 times 13. Okay, hope you are able to see why I'm calculating. So 3 times 3 will give us 9. 3 times 1 will give us 3. Then we put 0 here. Then we say 1 times 3 will give us 3. 1 times 1 will give us 1. That one. 9 plus that will give us 9. Then 6, then 1. That one will give us 169. So 13 is the square root of 169. Okay, now let's try 14. I'm going to use the right side of the screen where I'm going to write 14 times 14. Okay, so 4 times 4 will give us 16. Carry 1. So 4 times 1 will give us 4 plus 1, 5. So it's going to be 56. 1 times, remember I'm multiplying, 1 times 4, so I'm going to put 0 here. 1 times 4 will give me 4. 1 times 1 will give me 1. Then when I add that, I'm going to have 6 plus 0. Remember I'm adding. 6 plus 0 will give me 6. 5 plus 4 will give me 9. 0 plus 1 will give me 1. So that is 196. Now 196, this is the number of quotient. So the square root of 196, the square root of 196 is 14. Okay, so that means our answer is going to be 14 here, which is 14 centimeters. So when you come to record the answer, we're going to say radius is equal to 14 centimeters. Okay, 14 centimeters. So if you have got questions, you can ask in the comment section. I know I've been all over the screen and I've tried to go into details, explaining it bit by bit and go into simpler terms. It's because I want you to understand. So if you have got questions, please don't hesitate to ask in the comment section. Basically, this is how you go about it.